Expecting baby number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 can be very exciting and yet overwhelming at the same time. I am a mom of 3. I'm a pediatric sleep consultant and potty training coach. My name is Missy, owner of Slumber and Bloom, and I am here to tell you that it's gonna be okay. Like, just take your stress and just throw it like somewhere else. And preparing your older sibling, so your toddler-ish age child, preparing that child for having a baby, because it can be difficult on an older child. Now, if you do what I did and you have all your kids quickly in a row, then they will be young enough where they won't really understand or recognize what is going on, and they will not know their life any other way than to have lived it with their siblings. So we want to talk about first things first. Obviously, you want to lay the foundation and let your child know that there is a baby growing in your belly. Now, it is up to you when you tell your baby that you are pregnant, or your toddler or whatever. When you tell them that you're pregnant, it is up to you. I would definitely use the word pregnant along with growing a baby or whatever you want to say. Just make sure that it is something that your child understands. And I honestly would wait until you're visibly pregnant, and or when you bring your child to a doctor's appointment with you and you can show them on the ultrasound, like, this wand is on my belly and you can see the baby's head and like their profile and everything like that. So that can make it a little bit more real for your toddler. Another thing that you want to do before the baby is born is involving your toddler in the process. So things like, what bedding does your toddler think the baby will love? I would definitely give them a choice between option A and option B, that you like both of them and you don't care which one your toddler picks. Let them choose those things. Let them choose a couple outfits. Have them help you buy diapers and wipes and all of the things. You're probably not going to need much because you've already had a baby, right? So there's not a whole ton that you're going to need. The next thing that you want to do ahead of time is not only for your toddler but also for yourself. You want to start like thinking about and incorporating routine changes that are going to be happening. So you want to anticipate times that you are going to be feeding the baby, whether you are nursing or bottle feeding. It doesn't matter. Your hands are going to be occupied and you are going to be bonding with your baby. So what you need to do is start telling your child when you're feeding your child. You need to let them know, when the baby comes, mommy's also going to have to help with the baby. How can you help when I feed the baby? Show me how you'll feed a baby and use a baby doll. Have your toddler incorporate these things into their routine already with a baby doll, so that when it's a real baby, you won't be as nervous about, like, don't freak out if your toddler is a little bit abusive towards a baby doll. There's a very big difference between a human doll and a baby doll. A human doll. There is a big difference between a human baby and a doll baby. But if you just show your child, this is how we use a gentle touch. This is how we feed the baby. This is how we change a baby's diaper. And you show them all of these gentle, sweet, loving ways of having a baby, your child is going to be more likely to mirror that when the baby actually arrives. When I had my daughter, I had my son read her a story whenever I was feeding her. So he would get distracted with reading her a story, so then he wasn't concerned about mommy's not holding me, mommy's holding the baby, because he has this big kid job. Giving your older child these big kid jobs is going to be so incredibly helpful. Your toddler is seeking independence. They want to be big kids. So if you treat them as such while still giving them love and attention and affection as you would if they were a baby, it's going to help decrease the chances of having a major regression. Another thing that I like to focus on when you know that you're having a baby is making sure your older child knows how celebrated they are and how important they are and how they are the big sibling in this relationship, and that this baby is going to look up to them and they are going to want to do things just like them. So making sure that they know that their role is special, that it's not just you're brushed aside and a new baby is coming in. It's not like that at all. And I still to this day tell my kids that I didn't necessarily have more than one kid just to have more than one kid. I had more than one kid to give my oldest siblings. They are literally a gift to each other. I could not imagine not having my brothers, and especially as we were growing up and all the things that they did for me and the ways that they took care of me and did things for me. And I'm the youngest of three. They always checked on me at school, made sure that I was okay, made sure that if I needed anything, they were there for me. And I think it is an incredible gift. So making sure that your toddler knows from a very young age, like, this is for you. Like, I am birthing you a best friend. Another thing that you will want to do before you have your baby is to prepare your child for labor and delivery. Are you having a home birth? Is your child going to be present and like there when your baby is born? Are you going to do most of your laboring at home in bed, and maybe you're going to have some extra cuddle time with your oldest child or older children before welcoming in a new baby into the family? Or are you going to want to be alone and dealing with your contractions and the pain and all of those things without anybody around you? Is somebody coming to your house to watch your older child? Is your child going to somebody else's house? When all of this happens, it is so important that your child knows who is going to come watch them, who is going to be in charge, who is taking care of them, and where you're going to be. So if you're going to be in the hospital, it's important to tell them, mommy and daddy are going to the hospital. The baby is going to go from being inside my belly to being outside of my belly, and the baby is going to become part of our family in this world. Having a plan and having your child know exactly what is going to happen when this separation necessarily has to happen is going to help your child to better understand exactly what is going on. One of the things I learned when I was having my second child was that it's really important not to have the new baby in your arms the moment that your older child comes to visit in the hospital, because this should be a time of reunion, and it should be a time of, oh my gosh, I missed you over the past however many hours. I am so excited to see you. And when your child asks, where's the baby? Then it is your call to say, oh, the baby's over here in this bassinet. Would you like to see the baby? Do you want to talk to the baby? Do you want to hold the baby? Like, how do you want to approach that? I remember when I had my youngest and my oldest looked at me and said, Mommy, your belly's not so big anymore. If I can insert a clip right here, I want to insert that clip.
I love your belly.
He did. Where is he?
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping.
Mommy, your belly is not so big anymore.
What?
Your belly's not big anymore.
I know. Because Joshua's not in there anymore.
I want to give him a doll.
I know you do.
Daddy, orange juice.
No orange juice?
Hi, baby.
Oh.
But it was such a precious moment, and just being able to have that reunion with my older two made it extra special when they did meet the baby, because it was an exciting thing that they actually asked. They wanted to see the baby. So it wasn't just a matter of, hey, mommy's got a new baby, here's the new thing, here's the new little kid we're throwing into the mix. It was, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you. Oh, by the way, we have another baby. Keeping your child's visit with the new baby short and sweet is also going to be a good thing to plan on doing, unless your older child is exceptionally interested in the baby. Something that would be really nice to do with the older child or children when they come to see you at the hospital is to enjoy a meal together with the older child. Sit down at the table. If you have a table in your room, I'm just imagining our hospital room had the bed, and then it had that recliner couch, but it also had a table that we could sit and eat at. And being able to sit and eat, sit on a pillow or a boppy or something. Do not just sit on like a wooden chair, because that will hurt your parts. But if you can sit at a table or even in the recliner chair, something that's not in a hospital bed making you look sick. But if you are able to get up, walk around, show your child that you're okay and all of those things, then it'll make for more of a normalized situation where maybe you're eating and talking and hearing about your child's night, what happened, what they do, all the things that you're really making it about your child and not the baby. So just keep in mind that the baby isn't going to remember any of this. It is about you, and it is about your older child and the gift that you are giving that child. One of the other things that I really loved is when people would say the family baby or our baby or anything other than my baby, if you are the mother. If you make it more of a family situation, then your child is going to feel more involved. As long as you are making your child feel like this is an us thing, this isn't just a mommy and daddy thing, this is something that is helping our entire family, that is good for all of us. If you feel so inclined to get your older children a gift, I personally always made the gift from me. It was a gift from myself and my husband. That was a gift to the bigger siblings from us. Congratulations, you're a big sibling. Here's a present, something to keep you occupied. It's something new. Some people do the gift from the baby. I don't love that, but some people do, so to each their own. But whatever works for you and your family, it's all going to be great, wonderful, awesome, and amazing because you're growing this beautiful family. And I think that you should probably grab Baby Prep Blueprint so that when you welcome this new baby into your family, you are all ready for new routines and expectations on how to help your family fall into a new routine with a new family member. I absolutely love growing families and introducing more babies. If I could have more babies, I would have had 50,000 of them, but I stopped at 3. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and keep blooming. Mwah.